10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Bengals 7-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Another Baltimore first down.
Here's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Young now. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now here's Young. Pass incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Black swap. Spike. White.
The 2nd down throw for Young. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Ware, his 2nd sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Young's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Ready, go.
Young. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Wan'Dale Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Set.
Young. Flush to his right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete to
Wan'Dale Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
His kick
Done
is
good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Bengals 7.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Kadarius Toney on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Zoom black.
Young will set to throw. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 43-yard line.
Black shot. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Ready, ready. Spike 60. Hut, hut.
Final play of the half. Young escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Ready. Slide through. Set, hut.
Here is Young. Eluding the pressure right. They'll dump this complete to the bus. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hut.
They're going to try and throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. He may go, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Bengals 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
43 rail. Set.
Now a first down throw for Young. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Hey, check mega.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Hey.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready?
Now Young running the option left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
On the move past the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 down at the 33. Fights through him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save his...
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents, and the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Down. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Young. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Smack. Smack. Hut, hut.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they'll accept that penalty.
Set. Ready. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
1st and 10, Young. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Mega. Mega. Striker. Striker. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title.
Here we go.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Switch. Yellow. Set. Hut.
Bettis is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Jerome Bettis from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Done good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
21-yard line.
Check Fury. Ready.
They go play action. Young. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the fourth quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Yellow, go. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Ready.
The Young's going to throw for this. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And that flag accepted. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
17.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Young on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. That throw by Young incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens force the turnover They'll take over at their own 27. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to...
And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. Now he's loose at the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Davante Adams, 73 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard
The
line.
Bengals drive about to get going. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they... Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A first down throw for Young. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Ready.
One last shot for Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Now inside the 25. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner, hoping to hold a nice little spot in the postgame highlight.